What's the good word, my nerds? Sarge here, back with you today for one more pre-launch discussion about Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and its Blackout Battle Royale game mode. I want to specifically focus on one element that is being overlooked that I believe could drastically reduce play times and replayability. Before I go ahead and put spoilers in my own video, I want to cover the progression system, if you want to call it that, in popular BR games like Fortnite. It's obviously not breaking news that Fortnite has seen extreme success, both financially and in terms of player counts. There are numerous factors involved in this for sure. To me, the gunplay in Fortnite is about average. The building, however, definitely adds a unique element to the strategical gameplay. Obviously, the game also has some sort of marketable appeal to see the numbers that it has, but the literal million-dollar question on a free-to-play game is how do you keep players around so that they will be more likely to make cash shop purchases? If you were to ask players what they like about Fortnite, they'd probably use some combination of the descriptions I've just mentioned, along with how it's their first Battle Royale game, or they think that it's the first to actually do Battle Royale properly. However, I think one thing is being overlooked by the majority of players. The progression system, or better yet, the ability to customize your characters in-game, has played a huge part in Fortnite's player retention. After playing hundreds of matches on the same map and collecting dozens of wins, players need something else to keep them interested. Customization is always a great way to keep the attention of your player base. So I know what you're thinking. I thought this video was about Call of Duty's Blackout mode. Why is he talking about Fortnite? Good question. I just spent 2 minutes talking about Fortnite's character customization because this is the root of my concern with Call of Duty's Blackout mode. Sure, I know that this mode is going to be fresh upon launch, and those of us who suck at Call of Duty will spend weeks trying to get our first overall win, and so it'll stay interesting for a while. But after we have accumulated several wins and turned over every stone on the map, what will there be to keep us interested? Typically, you'd say some type of progression or carrot on the stick type of customization items, which I have no doubt will be included in the game. But this brings me to the crux of my argument. Call of Duty is a first-person shooter. So you have so many less customization options that will actually impact what you see on your screen. Sure, you can get gun camos or reticles, custom gloves, or even boots maybe, and you can maybe see those items on your screen, but any other custom items would only be seen by other players. And being that in a Battle Royale mode, the only other players that you'll come across are trying to kill you, it's doubtful they'll take time to check out your sweet cowboy hat before they shoot you in the dick. This is a barrier that COD is very familiar with, as the same issue applies to the cash shop items for their previous multiplayer modes. However, I think in this case the issue may be amplified. I truly believe that for a Battle Royale game to be successful in the long term, item acquisition and customization have to be integral to the player's experience. Unless Call of Duty is going to release new maps and weapons almost weekly for Blackout, I just can't see players, at least not myself anyways, remaining interested in dropping into the same map for the 1000th time without anything other than the chicken dinner to play for. If you've watched any of my other videos, especially those regarding gear and loot, you know by now that I'm kind of a gear snob. I know that's a me problem. Not everyone has to have something shiny to wear around the map, begging for compliments like a virtual reality Justin Bieber. I get it. Some people just enjoy the gameplay, and I say good for them. I wish my ADHD was a little less invasive so that I could do the same. Unfortunately, there are a lot of players like me, who, when there's no carrot on the stick, lose interest in the game rather quickly. So why should Activision and Treyarch care about players of my particular archetype? Because let's face it, Blackout is modeled after the success of Fortnite. Hell, the argument could even be made that Blackout is a free-to-play game. Call of Duty would have sold millions of copies this year with or without it. Thus, if they are unable to generate cash shop purchases, from a financial standpoint, the mode would be a colossal failure. Clearly I, nor anyone else, would want the game to become third person, and I'm definitely not suggesting that. Call of Duty is an FPS, and love it or hate it, it's the best-selling FPS franchise of all time. So clearly it has to stay at least somewhat true to its roots. But the question remains, how do you sell customization items that players can't even see themselves wearing other than in the lobby or dropping into the match? Typically, this would be the point in the video where I offer up my infinite wisdom as a free service to incompetent developers. But this go-around, I'm not sure that I have a great solution either. My best bit of advice if I were in front of Treyarch would be to find as many ways as possible to make players' items visible in-game, so that all earned loot has enough value to keep them coming back for more. As it specifically applies to Blackout, that would mean making sure absolutely everything that can be seen in your view during the match can be customized. Not only the gear that's on your player, but vehicles and attachments as well. To go ahead and wrap this up, I should disclose that everything that we've discussed here today is why I'm not a huge Battle Royale fan. I do enjoy the mode for short intermittent play sessions, but I quickly get bored as camping bathrooms to be the lone survivor isn't really my cup of tea. So with that being said, it's quite possible that I'm in the minority and most players will just enjoy playing the game just to play, regardless of its customization options. I'd love to know what you guys think. Please let me know in the comments below if you care about customization, or is Battle Royale all about playing for the win at each and every match? As always, thanks for taking the time to listen to me ramble. Go ahead and mash those like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already, and keep fighting the good fight, my nerds. Until next time, Sarge out.